Welcome to Pagėgiai, the heart of Lithuania Minor and the gateway to Kaliningrad. You'll find Pagėgiai municipality in the southwest of Lithuania at the bank of Nemunas River, which also is the border to Russia's Kaliningrad state. It is 3 hours away from the capital Vilnius, but Pagėgiai stands as one of the most important points at the border with Russia, as the highway from there goes straight to Riga, the capital of Latvia. Pagėgiai is a small municipality with population reaching just around 7,200 in 2022. We can't talk about Pagėgiai without knowing a little bit about its history. Pagėgiai is known as a border town, which it always has been. As a part of Lithuania Minor, Pagėgiai was mostly a German land and part of Prussia, which later formed German Empire. All the area by the river Nemunas, starting from Jurbarkas and ending with Klaipėda, is called Lithuania Minor, and it used to be a part of German Empire until the First World War. Pagėgiai town started to grow when a railway was built there to connect Klaipėda with Tilžė, Tilsit in German, just across the river, now called Sovetsk. During Napoleon Wars, this is where the 1807 peace treaty was signed, on a raft in the middle of a river between Napoleon and Alexander I of Russia. After the First World War, this whole area was unified with Lithuania and later, of course, occupied by the Soviet Union. So today we have a land that has a long German history with the people who speak Lithuanian, German and Russian. Tilžė or Tilsit, which was a major city in the area, now can be only seen across the river, with a grand bridge connecting the two countries. It was destroyed many times during the wars, starting with Napoleon's invasion. Okay, enough of the history. Let's see what we can see and do in Pagėgiai municipality today. Pagėgiai was always famous for its horses. Nemunas stud breeds a popular racehorse breed in Europe, Trakėnai, Trakeiner in German. The breed was developed here in the Prussian lands. In the stud you can see hundreds of these amazing horses roaming the pastures by the river. There also happen various events throughout the year. I visited the stud when there was a horse valuation day. No wonder the horses like it here, since the area near Pagėgiai is full of pristine nature on the Nemunas river banks. One place of particular interest is Rambynas Regional Park. Situated at the curve of Nemunas, the regional park is quite small, but full of natural and cultural sites. It is easily explored by following the road all the way by the river curve, with all the sites on the way. It is also a good option for a bicycle trip. First, let's see Rambynas Hill, the most famous place in the regional park and the whole Pagėgiai district. Not only the hill provides a great view of the river and the fields around, but it is also shrouded with long histories and legends. It was used by ancient Baltic tribes as a shrine for prayers. Local celebrations were held here as well. One legend says that the sky god Perkūnas and the goddess of fate Laima had blessed Rambynas Hill and they were protecting it. Not far from the hill there is the visitor center of the regional park, where you can learn all the details about the region's nature and history. And just 1 kilometer away from there is the museum of Martynas Jankus. He was a printer, social activist and publisher during the time of Lithuanian press ban. In Tilžė, then in the Prussian Empire, he was publishing some of the most famous newspapers that promoted Lithuania's national revival, like Aušra and Varpas. And in addition to that, he was organizing book smuggling to Lithuania, then occupied by the Russian Empire. Some very interesting stories can be learned at this museum. And even if you don't want to go inside, there is an outdoor art gallery displaying paintings created by artists from all over Lithuania and abroad. Near the museum there also is the largest in Lithuania white stork colony by the river. Although there weren't any storks when I visited in September, we usually leave by the end of August. Further down the road through the regional park there is a small observational tower situated next to a lake which formed when the river shifted its flow. There are many of them in the area. The next stop is at Šereidlaukis village. There are ruins of a local manor house. The manor itself was destroyed during the World Wars, but today there still are some of the administrative houses, like the distillery. There also is an impressive 2.5 kilometers long alleyway which leads to the manor's cemetery. You can follow it if you want to get a closer look to the regional park's nature, as it is now a part of Šereidlaukės Forest Trail. There are 3 lengths depending on how much you want to walk there: 2.5 kilometers, 5.5, and 9 kilometers long. There also is another alleyway next to a nearby Opstėnai village. This time it's an alley of oak trees, which are up to 180 years old. The purpose of it remains a mystery though, as there is nothing at the other end today. On the other side of the road, there also is one of the many hill forts in the regional park, Opstėnai First Hill Fort. It was inhabited by the old Baltic tribes up until 12th century. And before we go to our final village, we must stop to see the star of Rambynas Regional Park, the Fair of Witches. It is not hard to figure out where does the name come from. Just have a look at it. It is one of the most impressive trees in Lithuania. The fir is around 170 years old. It is sometimes called the witch's broomstick because of a local legend. It is said that a long time ago the local witches used to gather here, stick their brooms into the ground and go to seduce the local men. One witch fell in love with one of them and forgot to take her broom. When she finally came back to pick it up, it had already sprouted with greenery. Our last stop in Pagėgiai district is Wilkeshki town. There is a renovated manor house with a small park next to it and a 19th century neo-Gothic Lutheran church nearby. Although the manor, like most of the manor houses in Lithuania Minor, is different from the ones in the rest of Lithuania. Since the beginning of 19th century, all the local manors were converted to be used by companies, not residential. So Wilkeshki Manor is an administrative building until today. To sum up, Pagėgiai seems like a cute place to stop by for a few hours when traveling in this region, especially to see the horses and the Rambynas Regional Park. Pagėgiai is also a part of a scenic route from Kaunas to Šilutė and Klaipėda, of which I talked more in my video about Jurbarkas district. So Pagėgiai can be a good addition to that road trip. So, see you in Pagėgiai. Thanks for watching.